Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's showtime. Hi guys, I'm back. Lucky you. I leveled up a little bit more. I finished through the Frosty Freeze Lands with the god Hayarot. Now, next up is the god Lagon. And then, not too terribly distant future, my least favorite map in the whole game by a large margin, as the quest flow there sucks. Fortunately, we can skip some of it because we have all of our idle slots already open and filled. Yeah. We have to travel to the burning pier. If you're not careful about whom you sleep with, you can be a burning pier too. Always use protection, kids. Let's see. We want those two. Good. And there we are. That's all of the minions ready to rock and roll, so to speak.
Yes.
He used to have a quest. I guess he doesn't anymore. Good afternoon by a minute to whomever has joined me. Whoop, get out of the burning path. The only burning I'm want is the burning inflicted by my minions as they burninate. I'm about to hit 50 and at 50 I get the additional slot. I'm not sure how close I am to getting the abomination. I think one more level. So that will be both the abomination and the slot in which to skill him up. There used to be something over here too. I guess they've taken that away. Now the abomination will require a little bit of juggling, as casting the abomination eats all of my skeletons. And if you have too many skeletons, he begins to decay. Fortunately, this build specifically has just the right number of skeletons for him to not decay. So we make sure all the skeletons are available. We feed them to form the abomination. We then recast them and get the abomination and all the skeletons. Kill him, and then we'll let out the bad man. No one knows what it's like to be the bad man. Be the sad man. Behind blue. Ooh, and Snowdrift. Frostbite, cold pen, dodge rating, cold damage, movement speed. Not for this build, certainly. So, as I said yesterday, we will be having an evening session as well as an early session. Ooh, that shot's very nice. And after that, or during that, I should say, we'll also be enjoying adult leisure beverages. I've had a busy morning running some errands and stuff, including going to the grocery store, and I now have some hooch in the house. That's a hooch, not hoochie. Hooch is an old guy slang for booze. I have no idea. If you punk kids today would know what the hell I was talking about if I said hooch. However, I expect everyone can figure out what I mean by adult leisure beverages. So we're playing more once human and enjoying vodka and root beer. My usual beverage of choice. I don't have any. No chest or anything over here? That's, I thought there was a chest or something over here. Evidently not. But I got what I needed to get. We'll grab that. Teleport back to town. Ooh, int and health. I can throw more int onto that, and that will be an upgrade. Nope. I want to save that. And no. Run. That. We're still just using a dump tab right now. No need to start creating new tabs and sorting things out. Not yet. We're at 84,000 gold. We are rich. Not really. No. There we go. We've got intelligence. We've got armor and health. Those are really quite good, actually. We have 29 glyphs of hope. I'm going to use the glyphs of hope. Glyphs of hope reduce the amount of forging potential you get when you craft with items. We want more intelligence. And more health. And more armor. And more intelligence. That's all of it, but it got us 8 more int. 32 health, so we're going to gain base health, a bunch of int, and armor. Armor is nice too. We don't have a bunch of armor, I don't expect. Our current armor total, yeah, not great. So that's going to reduce 17% of the damage. Our resists aren't bad, except for void. We have a lot of int. We're really smirked.
Hello.
And sell those.
Goodbye.
I really like that the Harbingers drop so many shards. That is such a huge boost in the early game. Because you can't afford to... In the early game, you can't afford to buy many of the Runes of Shattering to acquire.
Can I help you?
Don't lose your way.
the shards for just low-level basic crafting like I just did. I even had an open affix slot. I could have thrown Vitality on there. Which would have been a nice addition, but no, I wanted to focus on int and health. A little bit of armor, certainly not going to hurt either. Get 'em, boys. Let's summon our crab pet. Not sure the crab pet is of any significant value, but it is a side effect. Of an item that has +6 to all stats, so that makes it pretty wild. Got some other stuff on it too, but +6 to all stats is very nice. Major kicks! Good barely afternoon where I am. Welcome back. You are welcome. That's right. Just lurking and frying in the sun. You want to talk frying in the sun? I saw a picture taken, I believe, yesterday in Death Valley, the official temperature board. 130 degrees. That's 54 in Celsius, for those of you who are believers in the powers of 100. Oh, humidity, yeah. That's the destroyer. I prefer 130 in Death Valley to the week that I spent in West Virginia, where it was 90 and pouring rain the whole time. Of course, another factor in that was that I was in a three-piece woolen suit. That was not tactically a very clever choice on my part. Can solidly not recommend. Still, hitting 130, that's pretty impressive. Just pure numerics, man. I've been in 113. And in Vegas. And you know, it's a dry heat is actually a real thing. It wasn't that bad. I mean, certainly it was incredibly hot. The phrase I used at the time was ass-bakingly hot. But no humidity, so, you know, as long as you kept hydrated, major kicks. The king of hydration. I have another. We're expecting 96 here today, I think. Yesterday wasn't too bad. It was like 87. You know, that's fine. That's a hot day. That's not a stiflingly, painfully hot day. So that's why I got all of my errands taken care of early today. Ooh, he dropped all kinds of goodies. I do have a bit of a sore throat today because 9 hours of streaming yesterday, that's a whole lot of me running my mouth. And I basically talked myself into a sore throat. Not bad or painful or anything like that, just noticeable. A little bit sore. I'm so blabby. I must share my every thought with the world and the internet. The poor world and the poor internet. Well, as you often insist that I hydrate, I will suggest that you stay hydrated in the heat and humidity. Are you familiar, by the way, with the dew point temperature? Because in various parts of the world, the heat and humidity is getting high enough that it will be literally not possible for humans to survive extended periods of time without active refrigeration, some active cooling mechanic. I've already had brief bits of, I believe, in Bangladesh and maybe in India, where the humidity and temperatures have gotten hot enough for a few hours that conceivably a person could, if not getting artificial cooling, die. Simply because the humidity is so high, you can't sweat any heat out of your body. Because your sweat won't evaporate fast enough to actually cool you. That's level 50. That's the skill specialization. We're actually in a good spot for this. Let me make sure this area is clear. It is. Let's see, where were we? We got that. Next up, I think we're going... I'll check. Hold on. Give me just a moment. How many points are we at? We have 1 unspent, so we're going to have 40 points. In Necro, 40. 40. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yes, we are, in fact, going to all 5 in River of Bones. That opens up Assemble Abomination. We are also going to put Assemble Abomination. A-bomb, buddy! There. Now we have 8 points to spend. Hey, Nod Knox, how you doing? Good evening for you. The Abomination. 8 points in assembling the Abomination. Let's see. 3 and then 1. If a skeletal archer is absorbed, your Abomination casts Arrow Nova. In fact, he's going to be absorbing 3 of them. Abomination has more health multiplicative. And then 3 and 1. You can now only consume minions from the Summon Skeletons and Summon Skeletal Mages skill to create abominations, but it doesn't start to decay until you control 6 or more such minions at the same time. So, we have 1 Skeletal Mage and 4 Skeletons. Total of 5. 5 is less than 6. So the Abomination will eat them up, and then I can recast them, and the Abomination will not decay. Doing well, been shoveling hay all day, just finished in the nick of time as a big rainstorm was pulling in. So a tad sore and cooling down. Good luck on the cooling down. I just mentioned to Major Kicks that earlier today I saw a picture of Death Valley yesterday, and it was the official temperature of 130, which is 54 in Celsius. I thought you'd appreciate that number as being that's not a human number. 54 degrees doesn't make any sense. We are now going to get rid of... do we want to put the Abomination on there? No, we want to put something not the Abomination on there. Let's go with Skeletons there, I think. And there will go the Abomination. We are now going to cast the Abomination for the first time. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Abomination time. I have an Abomination. And now, I can now resummon my Skellies. That's the one skeletal warrior and 3 skeletal. Yep, he should not be. He is not melting. We'll enjoy 9 Celsius. For those of you who do not do Celsius, that's about 48 degrees Fahrenheit. With a smile after saying that, you said that is not, as you said, that's not human numbers. Yeah, I have been in 113 degrees, which is about 43, I think. And that was in Las Vegas, and actually, at least it's a dry heat thing is true. It was really, really hot, and you didn't want to stay outside for too long, but as long as you stayed hydrated, you were fine. Oh, look at that. We have an abomination. We have our golem buddy. And now we have literally no active skills. The only active skill I can do that changes anything at all is hitting space to evade. Or E, which summons a skeletal mage and teleports me to his location, so that's now a traversal skill, which I think is a cool addition. To be honest, saunas have been over 100 C, but that's something you can walk out of. You can't walk out from that weather. Right, and saunas are also, they're meant to be utterly dry. And I do know that really hot saunas is a thing, especially in Scandinavia. Kill the birds. Alright, there's a big thing over there that we need to kill too. That's the big thing. Oh, that's not. I want to get hit by the fire and the flame and all the stuff that's everywhere. Pretty much everywhere, yeah. We got them all dead. Easy peasy. Now, of course, I technically probably wasn't following my own instructions when I was in Las Vegas about staying hydrated because I was drinking basically what amounts to an alcoholic Slurpee. But it kept your body temperature down until you could, rehydrate with water. Plus, delicious.
Yes?
It's Leath.
I see you helped clear out the rabble down here. I thank you for your effort.
No, here it's like 93 or 96 today it's going to be. After yesterday was a perfectly reasonable summertime temperature of 86, I think. So I got up early to do my grocery shopping and other chores. Got them out of the way. Got all of that taken care of. Right here. I basically run in circles while my boys fight all the bad. The first time you ever see me with a Coke? Yeah, I normally start my day off with between 1 and 3, depending on the day and the mood and whatnot. Diet Cokes. Coke Zeros, to be exact. A little bit of caffeine to get me started. And actually, I like the taste. I used to do the Diet Coke Lime, but I don't think they sell it anymore. I think they deprecated it after COVID. COVID messed with so many of the products I was used to seeing at the grocery store. wow. The amount of the selection of items that changed during COVID at the grocery store was really noticeable. And we killed him. We just haven't killed all his friends. Okay, there's all his friends. And we need to pick up Leath's books. Yeah, basically the only couple things I drink. I drink early in the morning usually, a Coke or two. I'll make myself coffee occasionally, usually in the afternoon when it's not hot. And then water. That's it. Oh, something dropped. Those are the only things I generally drink. Shopping in Sweden is really expensive when it comes to food. They raised the prices over 30% over inflation to a normal grocery bag is now about $100+. I tend to buy, like today, with my groceries for 2 weeks. So, usually $200. But that's just for me, and it also is going to depend on, like, I bought booze. I'll be boozing later. I've never been a tea drinker. I mean, I will drink it if I'm at a Chinese restaurant. If it's put on the table, I'll certainly drink it. But never really been, you know, a tea drinker or an iced tea drinker. And there is an America thing I've never even got the opportunity to try called sweet tea, which is different. Sweet tea is very heavily sugared, I understand. That's popular in the American South. But the few times I've been in the American South, I didn't try it. But generally, iced tea is popular in the U.S. in general. So it's not a fascinating build, or build for the class, but it seems to be pretty effective. We'll see how it works when I get out to monoliths. I could jump straight to the monoliths now, but I need to work my way through the storyline to get access to the Circle of Fortune, which is a really good rep that you build up over time that increases your loot. Just to add, you shop about 2 to 3 times a week. Okay, yeah, that's very expensive then. But then it isn't just one. I'm shopping for one. And I have a relatively limited number of things that I actually buy. I tend to buy the same things all the time. I'm a little bit mental about that. Okay, we've got one here. Engorgement. Hey, I don't need any help with my engorgement, okay? My abomination deals more damage multiplicative with other modifiers for each minion consumed to create it, up to a maximum. Wow, you can eat up to 20 minions, but I'm only eating 5. My abomination is trying to maintain his girlish figure. Yeah, $1,200 a month for you. So for me, probably $400 a month. Numbers are about right, because aren't there 3 of you and 1 of me? On the other hand, you're also probably eating healthier, less processed, cheaper stuff. Although, theoretically cheaper. I don't know what, like, say, vegetable and fruit, what prices are. Yeah, exactly, that's... Of course, now, the last time I bought booze, not today, the previous time, it was actually really inexpensive. It was $6 a bottle, if you bought 2 or more bottles. I was only going to buy 1, but at that price, I had to buy 2, you know? Yes, and I am eating a reasonably significant amount of processed food, which is going to drive up the cost relative to the stuff you're buying. I'm lazy too. Part of it is I cook a lot less for myself than I used to, as I've gotten older and lazier. I used to cook for myself a lot. What the hell happened to all of my oh, are we in a story set? I don't remember this being story. Oh, yeah, this is the town. Okay. Fatima. In the Divine Era.
I'm glad you are safe. I see. Did she? That would not be wise. Liath's been known to be tense. Though I see her as a friend, she will consider me as
No,
a
it's
friend.
certainly a choice I make, generally speaking, to eat more processed stuff.
Gods be with you.
I try, but also because I'm keeping my eyes on calories, I have found low-calorie things that I like, that I can eat relatively frequently, and a fair number of those are pretty processed.
Good boy.
Good boy. I didn't actually want to pick up that quest, but I do want to sell stuff.
Greetings.
Hungering souls, don't use it. Good poison resist. Good void resist. Don't need the necrotic on that. It's got minion health and an int, but not a huge amount of int. I mean, necrotic can definitely afford to lose it. I think we're probably going to swap over to that. We can drop int or minion health on that. Either one of those would be good. Chaos bolts. Nope. Oh.
It eludes me.
Greetings.
Don't understand why you don't buy freshly made dinner packs and just eat those. Are such things not in the USA? You don't mean processed, you mean homemade dishes, but sold frozen. No, not really. There probably are available. I mean, they're available. There are companies that will sell you pre-made frozen meals, but I don't know how much of that. My expectation would be a large amount of that would be processed food. There are also services that will prepare dishes for you locally. Those are almost certainly healthier, but they're also quite expensive. I see a lot of ads for those on Facebook, and hence I mostly ignore them. As any smart person would do, would be to mostly ignore anything on Facebook. Have a lot of such things, but they're expensive, as in $10 per dish. Yeah, that's about what I would be looking at here. Which is a chunk of change. You know, when I can get a container of Safeway, a grocery store, deli-made jambalaya or chili that has 640 or 700 calories for $6. To do it regularly, to do it like all the time, or even a large percentage of the time, yeah, that would add up to being a lot of money. I have looked at it, and always the price point has just seemed like $3 higher than I'm comfortable with. Now, part of that is my brain hasn't successfully matured with my body and the realities of the economy these days. How can I possibly pay that much? That shouldn't cost that much. When I was a kid... Feel free to ignore the rest of the rant. Minion damage and health. Minion health and minion damage. That seems pretty good already. I wanted those. Got cold resist, endurance threshold. Ward per second during Profane Veil, which I do not use. Let's see what we can do with our new hat. I've got a new hat. Poison resist and void resist. What are those numbers like? Those are the two I need most. Wife just yelled that your dinner's done. Enjoy. Bon appetit. Tell her I say hi? That ought to confuse her. We need more void resist, I think, right? Because this has got 24 poison. Yeah, so we're going to have more void. We're going to want int. Fortunately, we have a number of those. We've got that. Ooh, doubled up. I've got a free intelligence on that. Let's add some void points in. Alright, I don't know if we can add anything else. We can add a... Yeah, everything else is at a level where we can't level... Oh, we can add one more vid. I'll hold on to it. I'm a known celebrity. Wow. Well, of course I am. I mean, come on. I am known far and wide, which is to say there's a person who knows me in Sweden. There's a person who knows me in Australia. There are a few people who know me across the United States. So that's pretty far and wide. It's far and wide, not many. That appears. I'm going to hold on to this one just in case it turns out that I have made my pets too fragile.
May I help you?
I've recovered the books. Ah, another point. I'm winning. That was another point there. Excellent.
Farewell. Farewell.
Find passage to the Isle of Storms. I don't think this person will give it to me. Nope. Where was the... The chest's all the way down there. Why? Why 11 hours? Why not put the little things together in the towns closer together? There's no need for them to be this separate. I don't need immersion on that. Really don't.
These waters are dangerous. I've made my pie.
All right, we're off to the Isle.
The traveler set sail, eager to make it to the Isle of Storms.
The ship is secure. Should reach the pier in no time.
Lagon's temple, a beacon of light.
Careful. Lagon's not used to visitors.
The Isle of Storms, complete with its capricious guard.
Lagon is... That's Lagon, and he's a dick. Cthulhu's handsomer brother. I am not a fan of these maps. When these were introduced, the mobs were incredibly hit spongy. And the quest flow was terrible, and the quest flow is still terrible. In maps like these, where every time you exit and come back, it respawns all the mobs. Having quests that require you to go back and forth between maps is bad. One of the few design decisions that I've never been happy with in these. Generally, these guys knock it out of the park when it comes to design. But these maps have always been bad. But I think they got rid of a couple of the quests, so maybe the back and forth is not necessary. I don't recall from launch. They only did it once. So I skipped these maps. After this will be the only time I'll do it in the whole league. The whole cycle, I should say. Because otherwise I finish up getting all of the quest skill points you get, or passive points you get, and all of the idols unlocked. And at that point, I just go early straight into monoliths, and I don't do the rest of the story. Let's see. It was one here, and the next one was, I think, there. I don't need the health decay, so that wasn't it. I don't have to worry about health decay, because my health doesn't decay, unless they want to go there. That would be annoying. Oh my god. It feels like wasted point. That is a wasted point. If I put 2 points in here to get there, is that better? Skeleton Vanguard summoned on death. The abomination's not going to die, so it looks like it is 1 there is better than 2 there, because this one doesn't apply either. Oh my god, that's painful. It hurts. Alright, that's the way it is. There is no avoiding it, sadly. But it hurt. It hurt. Me just saying it hurt, I should explain. Right. Let's go the other way. The explanation is fairly simple. When I was a very young kid at one point, home alone with my mom, I go walking into my mom, and I don't know what the age is. I certainly wasn't in kindergarten yet, so I don't know, 3, 4? Walk up to my mom and go, "It hurt! It hurt!" And of course, as any mother would, immediate response would be, "Oh my god, what did he do this time?" So she follows me in to my parents' bedroom, and she sees at the wall something a little surprising. At the electrical plug, she sees there's 2 keys jammed all the way into the electric socket. It hurt. It hurt because I had jammed 2 keys all the way in.
You were told not to come.
Yes, I
It
was.
would be wise to leave immediately. It's possible that this little adventure of mine in my youth that might explain things about why I turned out the way I am. Over here, guys. Guys. Over here. Thank you. Hit the bad people. We need our mascot. The crab. Let's see. My crab, not their crab. Whoops. Hey, level 51. I'm not sure where I'm going. Let me find out. Next up, after that, is we grab 1 and cling to life. At least 1. We grab 3 and cling to life. Oh, and we also need a point in our round boy to come over here to consume. His hits leech a portion of the damage they deal. Boots and an amulet. sure everyone's still alive. Yes, everyone. We haven't lost anybody. Nobody has died in the ruckus. Alright, that's one piece of the thing. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have our first... It is crabs. It is definitely crabs. I've got crabs, and in fact, I will now summon a crab to myself. There's my crab right there. So not only do I have a bad dose of crabs, one of them is a pet. Most people, if they get crabs, they don't turn one of them into a pet. I think they're missing an opportunity. How you doing, Jukebox? Not only do we have crabs here, we've got really big honking crabs. Let's be honest. Those are some big-ass crabs. No. If you're familiar with XKCD, they're big-ass crabs, not big-ass crabs. Napped through the Guild Wars 2 competitive update stream. I think I knew that was coming up. But since I'm not much of a PvPer, it was not of great interest to me. And frankly, the nap is always the right choice, regardless of what the alternative is. Unless maybe it's sex. Maybe sex would take precedence above a nap, but it's not every day. Alright, he needs crab eggs. Why, it's a crab egg. In essence, a nap is never the wrong choice. It might not be the best choice, but it's never a wrong choice. Of course, maybe you don't want to listen to an old man about how good naps are. It would be like listening to an old man tell you how important it is to have a regular bowel movement. It might be true, but you really don't want to hear it. Oh, the nap being unintentional, that's different. We'll need, what, 4 more eggs, I think? Well, there's 3 of them right there. Uno, dos, 3. Come on, just 1 more crab egg. Oh, 3 more crab eggs. Let's take one. We have all the crab eggs. I don't think I've ever had an unintentional... Wait. Interesting, they still sparkle. I don't think I've ever had an unintentional nap. Oh, I fell asleep once while reading a book, while reading Scarlet Letter. And that's back in high school.
Farewell.
I have to return to Thedema to give him the thingy he's supposed to get. Let's see, where are we at? Where are we at here? Okay, that'll be fine. We have another point. I believe it was 2 points into consume. No, it was 1 point into consume. I'm wrong. Don't want that. Damn it. I wish they allowed you to... Does back do something? No. Yeah, that once you actually click on it, there's no way to rewind without respecking that 1 point. I wish they allowed you I wish it had a confirm that you could enable or disable. Big crab. All right. Who brought the drawn butter? You can have a lot more. For instance, I have an abomination. And when you cast the abomination, normally it eats all of your other pets. So there's a build just around that. However, your abomination will decay over time unless you take great measures, and if you die, you have to go through all of the hoops to summon all of your other pets in the right order and get everything just right to then resummon the abomination. This is a simpler version of the abomination. It will only eat skeletons and skeletal mages. But if you don't have more than 5 out, it won't decay. So this build is predicated on having 1 big skeletal mage and 4 big regular skeletons. So you have 5, which is less than 6. You summon the abomination, he eats the skeletons, you then resummon the skeletons. So in fact I have a grand total of 4, 5, 7, 8, 9 pets, and then the crab, one of my items, summons.
Hello.
I don't want his quest. I don't want your quest. But you can have more pets. I'm not sure what the actual cap is at in the game. And we got another point. We got a point back. Quicken the dead. Abomination deals more damage multiplicative, but decays faster. Since he's not decaying, he doesn't decay faster anymore. Or he decays faster, and that he decays 0 faster. But we need to fight this guy shortly. We're working our way through the storyline. Future alts won't have to work through the storyline, but the first time through, you need to work through the storyline to get access to a faction called the Circle of Fortune. Circle of Fortune greatly improves drops and everything, but you can't trade those drops. There's also a merchant's guild that allows you basically to do trade, to trade with other players. They have a very cool sort of 2-rep system. You can have rep in both, but you're going to get better stuff as drops if you do Circle of Fortune, but you can't trade, or you can't trade with them. Inter-player trade has always been an issue in ARPGs as to how you're going to make it work. And they've done, I think, a good, smart job of differentiating the different roles. If you're playing by yourself, you want to go Circle of Fortune. You're going to get better drops. You're going to get drops more often. Level 52. We need 3 in there. But if you want to make a bunch of money, or you want to really super optimize your gear, maybe you would rather play with trade, so you can get access to, you know, items from other players. Did I not return to the stranded captain? didn't. I'm a dope. Let's go with that. I am a dope. I'll just be dope. My crab died. I've resummoned my crab. He's my mascot. So, I've named my golem Elmo. Need to come up with a name for the abomination now, too. I have placed a moon fragment. And I have placed a moon fragment.
Again and again. Yet you persist. If you wish for Lagon's temple to be your tomb, then so be it.
I need to return to the stranded captain. I really thought I had. But I guess I didn't. This is why I don't like these maps. The quest flow is terrible. It's just bad. I'm glad I chose not to accept the quest from the one guy. It's not a mistake. Probably shouldn't have accepted the one from this captain, and I need to go back to Fatima and dash it in. Well, I'm not certain I want to continue with the same theme that we have. Where's the stranded captain? Is he not on this freaking map? Well, one thing I'm definitely going to do, I have to go back to Fatima anyway. Fatima. And I was leaning towards, if I was going to go with the that same theme, I was going to go with animal.
Gods be with you.
A lot of XP, which is not a bad thing. Next we're going in there. Skeletal Mage is consumed. Ooh, we'll cast Devouring Souls as well. Won't that be nice? Alright, quick. Sadly, I'm not actually casting anything right now, so I wouldn't gain any ward. That's disappointing. No. The weapons would have to be really good. Just gotta buzz through this stuff fast-ish. We did get our very first item with a tier 6 item. With a tier 6, critical strike chance. That's a good one. Not for this build, but for some other build.
Good boy.
Greetings.
Shop. We want to sell everything but that very, very tasty ring. Other things on it, cold damage and dodge rating. But tier 6, by default there are 7 tiers. And tier 6 and 7 can only arrive as random drops. So anything like this, any of the purple quality gear, you're going to have one or more elevated tiers. And 68% chance is a big increase. So we'll set that there so we don't forget.
Take care of yourself.
Return to the stranded captain. He's down there. Yeah, it is. It's a nice system, and it's a system that D4 just copied in their latest patch. Now, that is not a slam. Game design is always going to be filled with people taking other people's ideas and trying to improve on them, or just straight out copying them. So that wasn't a slam. And in particular, it's not a slam at Blizzard. Blizzard has never been an innovator when it comes to games. What they have done is they have taken other people's good ideas and usually, at least in the past, made them better. WoW didn't do anything that hadn't been done before. It just was way more polished. Kind of compliments people, they take the ideas. Yeah. It is. It's an acknowledgement. Ooh, that's a good idea. One of the questions I would love to ask, the Path of Exile devs or the D4 devs. What do you think was the best idea last Epoch came up with? The one you most want to steal? And I guess in their case, they did their revamp on loot at least, and they stole an idea or two. Good ideas, so I'm not going to knock them for that. But the fact is that one of the things these guys did, last Epoch devs did, is they did a lot of innovation in the ARPG space. They honestly have. But that's kind of different. One of the things, a generally held belief amongst most ARPG players, or at least a lot of the ARPG players who play PoE, for example, is that... Where are we at here? Better to go this way. Is that last Epoch did a number of things so well that, to a degree, they kind of forced PoE's hand, so that the last league from PoE, there were a lot of quality of life improvements, more than the game had seen in a long time. So in that case, it wasn't even that they were stealing stuff, it was just that they were motivated to pay attention to things like quality of life, because a lot of the quality of life stuff in last Epoch was so good. We've got competition. Maybe we should pay attention to things like quality of life. All right, skeletons. We went from 15 to 16. Give me a second here. If I have 4 of these I need to do. 15 to 16. We just put green, and the next up is red below it. We just did this, so this one's next. Skeleton archers use fire arrow. Next up on Elmo. From 15 to 16. We are going to 4. Up here. So another point after this. This is Burning Bones. This is the Golem setting things on fire. Next up is Skeletal Mage. (15 to 16). We're going to 3 here. Attack speed and cast speed. Good, good. And Summon Wraith. 15 to 16. 14, 15. 16, 17. Nope. 16. All right, where's 16? Ah, okay. 16's there. 17's there. So 16 is a 4th point in Reapers. More necrotic damage. Chicken Heroes, very nice. Tonight, my dinner will be a Safeway deli-made sandwich. But it's a big one, so I have basically 2 sandwiches worth, and lunch tomorrow. Guys, over here, please. Guys. Guys. Kill the bad fish lady. Thank you. Alright. We are now heading into the Temple of Lagon. Not Lagoon. Lagon. Why they didn't go with Lagoon, I don't know. Oh, and 13 to 14 on the A-bomb. 13 to 14. 13, 14. Ah, yes. 3rd point there. Damage increase, health decay, but his decay is 0, so increasing that 0 to 0 is more 0. And that'll be devouring souls because I have a skeletal mage. Let us go in to the Temple of Lagon. Eventually we're going to have to fight Lagon. We fight him. We don't, like, kill him or anything, but we fight him. Until he's satisfied that we're badasses. Your mileage on what makes up a badass may vary. Oh, ooh. He's all tentacly. Dude, nobody likes tentacles. Did you not get the memo? We humans are all creeped out by tentacles. Well, except for the anime fans. The anime fans like tentacles. Well, somebody has just linked in probably a... Ooh, another level. Probably a broken good exsanguinous. I'm going to want to take a look at that. I've leveled again. We need the 3rd point there, and then we get over here for Empty the Graves. So the exsanguinous with 24% increased health. That's pretty good exsanguinous. You'll not comment on that? For all our safety. Yes! The anime tentacles bit? Yeah. Yeah. That actually goes back to, I think, the 19th century. There's a famous wood carving, engraving. I believe it's Dream of the Fisherman's Wife. If you look up Dream of the Fisherman's Wife, you can see that the Japanese, I don't want to say fascination, but interest in that goes back quite a distance, as it is the fisherman's wife, who's apparently dreaming, or so they'd have you think, is having sex with an octopus. Cultured enough to actually know what what I'm talking about. Yep. Due to my brain and its tendency to remember really useless shit, I frequently will come up with extraordinarily weird and how do you know that facts. And the reason I know that, and it's even though it's weird, is because my brain remembers weird shit. Mind you, it doesn't remember useful stuff. I spent a week trying to memorize radical equations for my organic chemistry class in college. I got 3 out of 125 on the midterm. 3 out of 125. That's 2.4%. That's not a great result. I couldn't memorize things like that to save my life or save my grade. But the weird stuff, that sticks. I think it takes up space that won't let me remember useful things. Like why I entered a room. You know, you go into the kitchen and you stand there for 30 seconds trying to remember why you went into the kitchen in the first place. Most people have had that happen. I get that a lot. Okay. So definitely one of the advantages of this build is I don't have to pay much attention. That only happens when you're high. I would expect it happens more often. Whoa, that was not pleasant. In general, to people when they're high. That makes perfect sense. I myself did not like the experience of getting high. I had some sublinguals when it was legalized here in California. Basically little gel tabs you put under your tongue. And I didn't like the effects. I now understand why they call it dope. Because I felt stupid. I mean, really dumb. Wonder if Lagon is going to one-shot you. It's going to, part of it's going to depend. Previously, I don't want to say it was a bug or an exploit. It might be semi-intended. It might be something they've left in place. You could fight him on... You could fight him. In my case, I would be just standing there not fighting while I occasionally resummon my boys. You can stand on the steps outside of his AoE. But, for instance, one of the most knowledgeable players... Actually, several of the most knowledgeable players got themselves murdered at launch on their hardcore characters by Lagon one-shots. Lagon. Sorry, I didn't mean to mispronounce your name, Lagon. Please don't kill me. My expectation is I would not be surprised if he kills me. And it's even conceivable that I might not be able to realistically beat him if he kills my pets at too fast a rate. It could be a problem. Guys, over here, thank you. I'm also not a fan of enclosed spaces like this where bad things are trying to hurt me. Because they hurt. So I'm going to try to park myself on the steps and probably spend a lot of time resummoning my mobs. Which makes sense actually for a summoning class, as a summoning class doesn't need to be able to do the damage.
More water. I swear, if I find out who designed this temple, I will tear their soul to shreds myself.
Stop shredding my armor, you jerks. Now, the fight against the High Priestess, Leon, is also a tough one, depending on the build. In the past, I had problems with builds that didn't have much mobility because she moves around so much. I didn't have mobility, and I didn't have good spike damage. My lightning resist is okay. Actually, all my resists are in pretty good shape. I would like more elementals and physical, but they're all actually pretty okay. I do like the animation here. It's a cool looking location with cool animations. We will resummon our crab. He's our mascot. Again and again you persist. Don't you realize I'm keeping you away from Lagon for a reason? For your own reason. I'm the only one who knows how to handle his rages, thus I must be the arbiter of what information reaches him. I have considered what you told me back at the tower, and I've reached a decision. Lagon must not know of Heorot's death. Will you leave? No, I must speak with Lagon. I take no pleasure in this. Your death shall be quick. So I'm betting my death isn't quick. I might die, but it won't be because it's quick. Alright, guys, she's over here. Keep whacking on her. Keep hitting. Keep hitting. Well, ouch! Do not walk into the electric laser beams of death lens. That's not an optimal choice. She's over here. Guys. Keep hitting her. Grab that potion. Good, good. Keep hitting her. And now she's over here, guys. She's half dead. You can do this. I have faith in you. My skeletal mage, I guess that's just a bit of graphics. I thought his health was low. And she's back in this corner. She's almost dead. Finish her. Finish her. Is she not dead?
You fool. Lagon.
Oh, she's dead.
Unpredictable.
While I'm running around, she died. She died.
Protect everyone.
Let's see. The crab died. Everybody else is alive. Mind you, the abomination and the golem took a significant chunk of damage. But now Lagon is going to kill us. Probably. Lagon reaps souls. Oh! I think that they've put tentacles up over the steps. I believe they have done that. They have put tentacles up over the steps. My boys are not doing much damage to him because they're spending time on the tentacles. This is not an ideal choice.
Your blood will be but a drop in my ocean. Is that the best you can do?
Yes, it's the best I can do. Stop making fun of me. Alright, well, we've made it through the first section. We need to destroy his tentacles. That's tentacles, not a word very similar to tentacles. Is everyone still alive? Everyone but my crab is still alive. My crab is now alive. All potions. Lens needs potions. That's 4 of them I've picked up. Defeat the tentacles, guys. Ow! Oh, again, that's not good. I managed to hit 3 in a row like that. That was bad. 4 in a row. Would someone tell Lens to stop running into the goddamn big-ass water... Ow. Water waves? I am in deep, dark trouble. I need that potion. That's not good. Yep. Got caught in the... Falconer, I don't know if it's balanced. It is no longer broken. I believe I have to start from scratch on that.
in my ocean.
I do not like fights that are not... Oh, okay, we got to summon everything. Okay, we summon the skeletal mage and the skeletons. Okay, we now summon the abomination. Interesting, he eats them and then it resummons them. Two wraiths. And that is correct. Everything, and there's... This is probably going to take a while, guys. Falconer, I don't know if it's balanced. I know it has been nerfed to some degree. To what degree, I couldn't tell you. I'm going to try to park myself in a safe spot if I can. Not all of my pets made it up here, so... Oh, I didn't see that in time, and I didn't teleport immediately. So yeah, you cannot park yourself on the steps and wait out anything anymore. Definitely not. That time he one-shot me. I was trying to summon my pet and didn't realize it had been targeted by his freaking... Oh, that's not good. By his moon blast. Alright, that's the 5. We a bomb. And for some reason, he's only eating 1. I'm not sure if he's eating them. I don't know if he's actually eating them or not. He eats 1. Only 1 is going away. He's supposed to eat all of them, and then I have to resummon them. That's not happening. So I don't know if he's getting credit for eating just the 1, in which case the build is not in a good place. In that the A-bomb is not very useful. And I've got a bunch of the mobs are outside the goddamn thing again. That is not helpful.
Waves will shatter you.
I found this build's kryptonite. It's Lagon in this whole fight. Oh, God. I need to be more on the ball in avoiding the water wave thing. Worry less about... Alright. Okay, that me hitting the teleport and not getting teleported is not helpful. We got him. That's not fun.
Now, why?
I still have no idea, though, if the A-bomb is actually working as it's supposed to. Receive the blessing of Lagon. Raya has killed Heorot, blah, 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 blah. I chose not to tell him he's a washed-up god. I don't feel it's necessary to hurt his feelings like that. Back to Thedema we go. So, I'm going to call that a death and a half. The half a death was the second one because I was checking to see if I could stay on the stairs. He started casting his targeted kaboom on me, and I was trying to resummon my pets, and so I didn't notice until it was too late. However, the first death, yeah, that was a death. Last night, I got lucky enough to get this, the Reach of the Grave, a very low level, only level 5, but minion spells and bow attacks do 74% increased damage. They leech 10% of damage by their spells and bow attacks as health, and they have bow and cast speed, attack and cast speed increases as well. So that is a very solid assist for the DPS for the undeads. My pet boys, my undead boys. Let's see. I mean, that's really good on ward per second, which is actually important for me. I have never cast on that. I'm going to remedy that almost instantly. That's the Assassin's Ring, right? We're holding on to that. We got our first exalted item a little while ago. That's almost really good. Is it better than that? No, that's health and a little bit of minion health and minion damage and critical strike multi. So that's actually probably a little better. This is my crab ring, by the way. That's +6 to all attributes and increased minion armor and armor for me. Plus I have swiftness. So those are all good things.
Greetings.
Greetings. And we need to spiffy this up. How many of these do we have? We have 18 left. Let's see. How much elemental resistance? We can have 5. Ow, that hurt. This is probably going to be the last thing. That's adding 8% elemental resists. And that is the last thing. So, that's going to be 11% elemental resist is a nice addition. I really wish that we hadn't burned through all of the crafting potential on that. But it has gotten my resistances up to about 60%. For the elementals. That would have been a little bit helpful in dealing with Lagon, but not a bunch. My resists are actually in a pretty good place.
Take care of yourself.
Speak with Yulia and Grael.
You're back.
What about it?
Lagon. I only wish. Surely next. It will be a long road to Majelka after, but...
So, now we are off to, eventually to Majelka. Finish some story there. And that eventually gets us to the Circle of Fortune. And that's where I am aiming to get this afternoon. Is to open up the Circle of Fortune, Reputation.
How did you enjoy the trip?
Trip
Glad
wasn't
to hear.
bad.
I do not. Unfortunate, there are things I do good. Then I'll see you in Majelka.
I don't think we want anything to... what are you doing out here?
I've been questioning things.
You're
I
right.
needed a change. Also, I'd like you to take this.
My
What do you
idol,
want me to do
there's
with your idol?
just
There's a
outside
shrine
the
just
city.
out the city. People leave their
People leave
idols.
idols there to protect others.
No,
from
I'm
their
not
troubles.
doing any other quests other than the storyline. Unless I'm certain that it's where I'm going anyway. Because at this point, the only thing keeping me from monoliths is opening up the Circle of Fortune. It's a snack!
You around more nor am I a fan of theirs. If you had
Snack is friend. Me friend Snack. We have everybody and the crab now. We didn't have the crab, now we have the crab. I can't get through there. That's not fair. I wanted to go that way. That's another level for me. That's fair, though. Completely fair and balanced. Increased health regen per minion and armor per minion. I don't have that many. I've got, what, a total of 9? 9. Insects. I'm fine with the snacks, but insects are gross. That is a really strange piece of gear. Chthonic Fissure is the class ability for warlocks. Reaper Form is the class ability for liches. So you can never have both of those on the same character. But what we can do is those can both be difficult to get. And so that is worth shattering it for and see if we can get them both. We're looking to see if we can pull Reaper Form and Chthonic Fissure. The other stuff would be nice too, but we got Chthonic Fissure. We did not get Reaper Form. At a certain point, we'll have... Sorry, wrong button. We'll have enough money. We currently have, over 100k to start buying Shattering Runes. So we can shatter more items. We have a chest. Temporal Sanctum Key. And some items from the two guilds. The Merchant's Guild and the Circle of Fortune. These can have, they all have level requirement of 55, which I'm close to. That one came with a sealed affix. I didn't know they could come with sealed affixes. And a good one. Not for this build, I don't think. That's actually really good. That's a really good pair of boots. Not for this build. Because cooldown recovery doesn't matter. Because we don't cast things. We also got an Exalted. Now we have now 2. That one's not bad either. Those all need to get dropped into the stash. I had forgotten that there are chests that can drop items from the two guilds. Level 55 items. And they tend to have higher starting affix values. Big fight. Nope, maybe just a whole bunch of little fights. Why am I damaged? Why was I taking damage? I don't like taking damage. Return to Sareth Ka and speak with Yulia. Well, we need to return to Seth. Oh, we've got another point over here, and I believe it was on Corrupt Palette. Now, Devouring Souls will be cast by our A-Bomb. I think the A-Bomb is the one who's sending out the pew-pews. But I'm not seeing the Devouring Souls yet. Anyway, we need to go back to town.
I suppose fortunate. They're a group. There's a drive. Unfortunate. They
Yep,
are. I am now. They're no better than Nagasa. Citizens are trapped between two evils.
I have to cross the Majasan Desert. Let's follow the dry river. Not really much of a river, is it? I mean, one of the basic tenets of being a river is, you would think, would be water. Alright, you poison-spitting assholes, cut it out. That is not welcome. My very first death in the league. Sorry, cycle. Was due to poisons. I noticed my health going down rapidly. I quickly gulped a Healy potion, and it didn't much change how fast it was going down, and I died because I had 12 stacks of poison. He's dead. Jim. It's an old meme, but it checks out. Poison again, 4 stacks that time. Would have killed me if I hadn't hit the pot. I guess my poison resist is pretty okay now. It wasn't at the time. Something big hit me something hard. You guys just keep that thing busy and I'll just go on to the Radiant Dunes. They're so radiant. They're beautiful. It's beautiful! Crossing the Majasan Desert. Getting 3 stacks of poison. Yeah, I'm at 69% resistant to poison. Max, the cap on resist is 70? 75. So, that way is a non-starter. Unlock the waypoint. Boots. Amulet. Boots. That's a weird spelling for the word scimitar. With a Y. Skymatar. Although, Skymatar sounds pretty cool. Oh, dude down here to fight, right. I only came this way twice last season during the launch. Whoops. And that was to get to the Circle of Fortune, and then later on to open up the Merchant's Guild, because I was curious as to how the Merchant Guild worked. Oh, we got a clicky over here. I almost ran away without it. Free the man in the cage.
Thank you for the assistance.
Hi, Zarek.
I was in the back.
Glad to have you locked up, because you're bad. Okay.
Well, I can't complain about that offer. You ready to head out then?
I was ready to head out
The scale band were
before
never
I
meant to
saw
become
the circle, the
thugs.
blinky circle, for letting you out of the cage.
To stage ambushes on people and trader caravans.
Bugs. Bugs, Mr. Rico. Zillions of them. That is a classic science fiction book reference. Starship Troopers. This way, guys. Come on. Stop playing with the bug nests, guys. Really. Sadly, they're minions. They're undead. They're not the brightest lights in the darkness, shall we say. Ooh, we haven't had one of these in a while. Oh my god, gel cores. Oh, we have to empower this. Oh, an empowered gel cores. I'm sure that they nerfed gel cores interactions to some degree, but gel cores is the most fun I think I've had in the game. I did it during the launch. It's basically dual wielding the gel cores blast knife, which basically turns detonating arrow into a melee skill and jacks it way up in power. So it's currently at tier 3, and it is at the best possible mana cost reduction. So it's dual wielding them. Now, I'm sure that it got significantly nerfed, but I have to jack it up. I have to. I took a bunch of poison there. He's dead. The next time we run into it, we'll see what the gel cores looks like. I didn't even bother looking at the other items. But I played gel cores during the early access. In essence, during the beta. I'd read about it and it looked like a really cool thing, and I got one as a drop, and I got the one as a drop, and I said, well, I can try and use a Rune of Ascension. I think I had one, or maybe two, and that's where you take any other regular dagger and use a Rune of Ascension on it, and it upgrades it immediately to a random unique dagger. I don't know how many they were, so I went, okay, well, we'll try it. Boom, first time, gave me the second gel cores, so I was now capable of putting together the gel cores build. And it was just a really fun build. And there's part of me, that's one of the things I like about ARPGs, when they're willing to really change the nature of stuff. And so gel cores changes the nature of detonating arrow. It's no longer a bow skill. It turns it into a freaking melee skill. I think that's just such a fun mechanic. Changing the very basic nature of a skill that way. That is almost certainly a fraud or scam call. So I'm going to mute for a second so you don't have to hear my message. They hung up. They don't like getting called out. And in we go into the upper district of Majelka. We're getting closer. I don't think I even finished off the story last league, because I've done it in the past. I just got to the point where I unlocked Circle of Fortune and stopped. Because frankly, in most ARPGs, the story's just not interesting enough to keep you engaged. PoE isn't... Diablo actually does a better job with story. The cinematics and everything, the base storyline for Diablo is actually pretty good. For the Diablo 4. It's not necessarily very well connected to
Too long have we all been bound by
Diablo
the chains of fate.
1, 2, or 3, lore-wise. Or at least they haven't made it
Along
clear
with
how it
who
is.
would seek to bind me.
But as a self-contained
Freedom
story, it's
will
pretty
be
good.
Our future. My future. At any
So I would say
cost.
that they actually got that done very, very well for D4. Narrative design. We need to sell stuff. We need to bank some stuff. Can you help? Can you help me? Can you help me? Let's see. No. Wait, that last one. Oh, minion dodge. No. My minions don't dodge. Oh, I'm dropping stuff on the ground because...
Can I help you?
I'll repeat it. We don't need this UI. We don't need him talking to us. The only thing clicking on him should do is open the shop. That's it. That is a click nobody needs, and I can assure you, nobody other than maybe one of the devs wants. Increased spirit frequency with Chthonic Fissure. You know, I think I need to try and pry that off with another Rune of Shattering. Health is nice. I've never used a build that had Sacrifice, but that would be okay. But what we want is to increase spirit frequency with Chthonic Fissure. We would like to get 2 bits out, please. We got 1. And 2 health shards. The health shards is nice too. Nice little bonus. Where is our box? There's our stash. Our stashy stash. Spell void damage on that at tier 4. Or no, tier... That's got to be... Yeah. Personal affects cannot exist as a shard, so it's drop only. +4 to spell void damage, 9% chance to cast Void Rift on kill. That seems really freaking good. Alright, we need to talk to this guy carefully, because if you're not careful when you click on him, you click there instead and you go into the next map.
No one is permitted inside the temple of Majaska.
When will it be open? Blah, blah, blah.
Leave.
We come back over here and talk to our friend.
Was it just me, or was that
Julia.
speech?
Something was
Not
weird
you,
about her
I am not
speech.
sure
It's
if we
fine.
can trust this friend of yours.
We need to now
but I
go
trust
back.
you.
The narrative stuff is still a bit clumsy in the game.
I overheard your What? You've seen they're corrupt. It's well, but absolute. And hey, if you're looking for a little detour before you dispose of the guild leader, fancy a little extra work. Now you're just trying to be, as I'm his name. Bring me his head, of course. I'll be around here when the job's done. Let me know if you have any questions.
And now we go into Majelka Lower District. regen and cooldown reduction. But I'm not casting, so those aren't really important. Ooh, that was a lot of stacks of poison. They are hitting me with a lot of stacks of poison. Not a fan. Grab that health potion, because I had to suck one up. Shouldn't have taken that second quest, but it's in my nature. I have to get the... Ooh, yeah, hard. My ward is not very good yet, and my health is not extraordinarily high, and I don't have much in the way of regen, so I'm a little on the fragile side. It's a good thing I have friends. Friends, lots of friends. We'll be going in there after we grab... We now have an ice beetle friend, too. This is the most friends we have. And there, we just resummoned our crab friend. What the hell was that? I've been slain by a melee attack from Ruby Captain Arjani, killing blow types, physical, and fire. What the very much fuck was that? See now that he's supposed to eat all of these, the abomination, but we only go down by one. I don't know if it's a bug or a display bug or what. I think that is a genuine bug. I don't think he's eating anything else because he's not casting the stuff he's supposed to be casting. He's supposed to be casting arrows because he ate an archer. And he's supposed to be casting spells because he's supposed to eat the skeletal mage. Abomination is broken right now. It's bugged. Okay, now he should start spitting out arrows because he ate an archer. It's bugged. Shit. So, I'm going to need to double check, but it certainly seems like that's the case, that it's bugged. It's only eating one mob instead of all of them. Hold it. You have to hold it. Or maybe I'm just completely wrong. It's not bugged. It's pilot error. There we go. All right, now he's big. Oh, that should make a difference, don't you think? Me being, I don't know, less dumb. That ought to matter. 1, 2, we got... we're missing something, aren't we? We should have 5. What did we miss? What are we missing? Oh, we don't have the... Is he casting spells now? That's the arrows. Okay, I don't think I had them all out. We'll try again. Casting arrows. I don't think he's casting the other thing. But I mean, he may not cast that unless there's mobs. We'll see. Alright, you guys, get him. He's bad. He's the bad man who one-shot me. That was not fun. Thank you. It did look like he was casting while in combat. I noticed some little ghostly things floating about. So I think he's working correctly, and I was mistaken. I was had not finished reading. I'm not sure why it is that you have to hold. while it feasts on all of your other stuff. That seems like a strange mechanic. That it would have a channeled, basically, ability like that. It's just a little strange to me. But he should be batter ass. Well, badasser? Alright, the A-bomb now should be way better. At least I was right that I wasn't imagining things that he didn't seem to be doing all the stuff he should be doing. I just hadn't summoned him correctly. Clearly not my fault. Ow. Hey, Vorp. How you doing? How you doing? How was the day back at work? And how are you feeling? Tired, but okay? Okay. Hopefully you're getting your appetite back. I didn't sleep the best. That's unfortunate. That's another level for me. I'm a higher level than I was. I'm not sure. How many points do I need into empty the graves? Probably. I'm going to guess it's going to be 3. It is going to be 3. I'm smarter than I look. So I'm in Majelka now. Not quite yet to the Circle of Fortune, but close. And I have my full array of pets now. Oh, and we have a Gelcor's Blast Knife that's getting Harbingered right now. And there's the second Harbinger. If it got a really good affix, I'm just going to go ahead and take it. Let's see what we got. 30% chance to blind on hit. That's nice. I didn't even look at the others. Oh, we got... I'm going to empower it again because I'm stupid. Keep hitting them, guys. Good work. Got a crazy lightning orb staff for a mage that was so good you ran it on Warlock for a while. Yeah, that would be a pretty fair definition of it must be really good. That was a lot of poison stacks. Again. Fortunately, I now have good poison resist, so it didn't kill me. My first death in the league was poison. Over 100% damage over time. Okay, yeah, that would be really good. Really, lightning, because generally lightning isn't a DPS thing. But then, it's one of the cool things about the game is the way that they can mess with an ability, like Gelcor's Knife, turning detonating arrow into a melee skill. I just that is such a for me such a compelling mechanic. We're going to take something and make it completely different. Whether it's done on the skill tree or done with an item, I think that's just a great fun mechanic. Fundamentally changing the nature of the skill. Say the poison spitting dudes, that's just gross. Were they brought up in a barn or something? Oh, something's killed. Something died. Everybody's back.
Can I help you?
How much is this going to cost me? 100,000 gold. Kill him, guys. Kill him harder. I mean, asking for a bribe, I mean, that's... You know, that happens all the time. But at least ask for a reasonable amount. The Majelka slums. We're getting quite close indeed now to the Circle of Fortune. I'm going to AFK for just a second and get myself some water. And I'm going to move so my two big boys can stop running in place. We're trying to stay fit. And I'm back. Just that fast.
They're mine. I'll break you.
Guys, you. I think we crossed, but I'm not sure yet. Nice thumpy hits. I like my big boys. Squish the bugs. Squish the bugs. And the first. We've got a chest. We open the chest. Bad guys show up. Actually, we even get near the chest. The bad guys show up. Fortunately, we can kill them.
You can't touch me.
That was a lot of poison stuff. Fortunately, it didn't last very long. There are basically 3 basements you have to go into. I'm not sure if you can go straight to the 3rd one, which is always the one you're looking for. Somebody, they killed my crab. You bastards! I don't need a trident of the polymath. Even though I myself am a polymath, the trident of the polymath is not going to do much for me. I'm going to kill them. We go into the 2nd basement. There's a vendor in here, I think.
What brings you here?
Not that he sells anything particularly of note. That's a lot of health. That's a lot of minion health. I'm gonna have to go with no. Minion dodge. I just don't think that's a thing. That might actually be useful if I ever make a shaman or a primalist, I guess. That's a lot of int. These shoes make you smarter. That's just the way things are. They make you smarter. Minion dodge, lightning. That's got health and armor. This has got 2 resists. My resists are okay. Not a problem. Sell. 19% of mana spent gained as ward. That doesn't help me. Because I'm normally not spending much mana. I'm normally just running around like a crazy person trying to avoid dying. Minion damage, void damage. Hell no. Nice base on those rings. We'll hold on to that.
Farewell.
And farewell to you, sir. Whoop, and here we go. The Harbinger. We're going to get, if we don't die, we get the gel cores. We'll see if it's become any more betterer. Finish those guys off. Where is it? Oh, there it is. And this one is now also an exalted item. The shield got elevated up to being an exalted item. Alright, here we go. We're going to challenge. Hopefully we get the gel cores. Go, guys. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him muchly. Oh, that was fast. We got the gel cores. A couple more exalteds. Nice. Another gel cores. We can try to put together a gel cores build. That may be our second build that we go for this season. We're gonna grab that. What do we get? Stunning Shrine. Does me no good if I'm not doing any attacks or anything. All my boys do that, and I don't think they inherit the benefit of it. I could be wrong about that. Run in circles, scream and shout. And they're dead. No, they're not. Oh, that's right, they convert into an entirely different shape. I'm going to just run around a little bit, pick up the gold, try not to die. Did she die? They did. Return to Majelka, enter the tomb among the dunes. I don't want that. Why? I don't remember picking up that quest. I don't remember picking up that quest. Because I don't need that quest. Because I think I'm about to open the Circle of Fortune.
How's my new favorite bounty hunter? I never doubted. After you're done with your business in the temple, I may be, despite all that. I know exact win-win, right? All right. Once you're done there, you should after that, you'll be where. Oh, come on. Where's that fighting spirit? It's going to work. It's not like you've got any other options.
All right, we're gonna put. Wow, every single thing is a keeper. We got 2 exalteds. A gel course with a extra goodie.
Can I help you?
Not that one.
Stay safe, traveler.
And a primalist idol that might be of use. And now we open up our second stash tab. 1,000 gold. In-game gold, by the way. That's ruinously expensive. No, it's not. It eventually does get pretty damn expensive to open new tabs. Oh, look.
Before we go any further,
Tell me about them. The Merchant Guild, Circle of Fortune. Thank you. I want to go to the Circle of Fortune. I am visiting the observatory.
Picking one ally is the same as shunning another. While you're allied with one, you won't be accepted into the other until you break those ties. Decisions.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Ah, hello. Zarek asked you. I would love. My name is Galila. If you assist with our knowledge of
I
the stars,
joined the Circle
one
of
might gain
Fortune.
prophecies and use their guidance to discover
Dun
treasure.
dun!
Others would find naught. What do you
Favor
say?
and
If
reputation.
you wish to have fate on your
Rank
side.
and rewards. Enemy item drop chance. Enemies now have a 35% chance of dropping twice as many items. Basically, that's just a flat 35% increase in the number of things they drop. Next up after that, 45% chance for Runes of Ascendance to be preserved when you use them. A Rune of Ascendance takes a regular item and turns it into a unique of the same type. This gives us a 45% chance that it won't be consumed. Idle drop chances, 25% chance for 2 more to drop at the same time. So that is basically a 75% chance. Or 75. Yeah, 50%. 25% to give 2 more. It's a 50% increase in idle drops overall. When a set item drops at tier 4, you get the whole set. At tier 5, a 35% chance for double rewards from Monolith Echoes. So that's basically a 35% increase in just rewards. Tier 6, a 50% more likely chance for affixes to be exalted, which is really good. Double experimental items from Exiled Mages. Uniques twice as likely to have legendary potential at 8. Tier 7 affixes become twice as common at Tier 9. Tier 10 is boss loot upgrade. They have a 150% chance drop rate for any specific rewards they have. So boss-specific rewards are now way more likely to drop when you get to Tier 10. Items that would drop as rare have a 25% chance of becoming exalted. That's a boatload more exalteds at Tier 11. At Tier 12, prophecies grant twice as many items. Basically, solo player dream is what this stuff is. Visit the observatory. Talk to this guy. Hey guy, how you doing? Hey dude.
Welcome. Use
Tell me about
prophecy
prophecies. Prophecies allow you to
speak with Galila if you wish to
change
and other items that
what
may
sort
aid
of
you in your research. You are
items you
helping
can
the
get.
Circle of Fortune a great deal, traveler.
And these cost some of the favor that you gain over time is used to allow you to juice up rewards. For instance, this one will, after you kill 3 bosses, you'll get 3 exalted relics as drops from the 3rd one. This would be death of a single boss will give you 3 unique relics. And this allows you to, there are 4 telescopes that drop different kinds of items, and you can just apply those to specific bosses, specific areas to get increased drops of particular types of items. Allows you to sort of focus farm. This is all just freaking glorious. But we don't have any of the favor yet, so we can't use them yet. But we do have the first tier of stuff from them, which is, I don't even remember what it was. More item drops, I think. Yeah, enemies have a 35% chance of dropping twice as many items, so basically a 35% increase in items dropped. Flat increase. But we have finished all of the story that needs doing, so we're going to the end of time. We're going to run the equivalent of PoE's mapping system, which is monoliths.
yes?
Monolith of Fate, blah, 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 blah. Shades of Orbis, blah, blah.
Farewell.
The Monolith of Fate. Here we are at the lovely and scenic end of time. Alright, and here we get to choose various maps to do and choose the rewards that will be in those maps. We're going to go here, and we're off into our first map. Defiled Valley. Doesn't that sound nice? I need to slay Admiral Harton. We've killed him a couple of times already in the storyline. Let's see, anything that's worth picking up? That might be worth it as well. I think I can just make a beeline for the boss in this case. More or less. I want to kill that thing because it spits. Ranged attack at range. So even if we're far away, we keep spitting. So we would like it. We would prefer it to be dead. We got an exalted item there. Nice purple. Over here is Harton. There's a kid's story about him. Harton here's a who? Your mom may have read it to you when you were a kid. Or even your dad. And Dr. Seuss did a version of it, but his was Harton wasn't a horrible multi-legged monster of evil. Undead monster of evil. I don't think. There's Harton. I do defy the Emperor. Fuck the Emperor, man. Yeah, you heard me right. Dude's a hose bag. Everybody's still alive. That's nice. Except him. He's dead. Oh, he didn't drop. Oh, there he is. I was about to say, he didn't drop a freaking thing, but he dropped a couple things. And we have completed our first map. Dun dun! Here's our reward. Our special reward, which is runes. And this is just the general reward for finishing it. .41 ward per second. We just got a whole lot more survivable. Plus 10 extra, so 51 ward per second, and that's going away. The only thing, well, that's nice minion health and damage on that, but this is going to get elemental resistance, so we don't lose the 11% there. We're going to need anything else. Any of the rest of these keepers, the purple ones are keepers by default. Minion health, and health for me. Poison and void resist. Armor. Reduce damage taken from crits. That's pretty good too. We can drop one of the resists on that. I think we're going to use that as well. Let's hear it for new gear. Current has health and physical resist. We definitely want Keep that for now. Chance to gain ward on kill with hungering souls, plus 1 to sacrifice. No. Okay, so we've got one purpley thing, which goes into the purpley thing box. We need, let's see, that has elemental. We need elemental on that. We can't get elemental on that. Okay, then we need int on that. Our elemental damage, or elemental resists are about to tank a little bit. But with the ward we're getting, that's well worth it. Int. Do I not have any int? Can we not put int on that? Cannot be applied. Maybe not. Anyway, we can put minion damage on it, I suppose. That'll work. I'm going to... We have 19 again. We're going to go ahead and... That also added to minion damage. Very nice. We'll remove. We don't have enough of. We can afford to spend profligately. That added 1 to spell damage. And that was all our ward per second. Minion damage. We need a higher level. So, this is going to be giving us a total of 57 ward per second. Currently, we are getting 17. This will be so right now, when we're just sitting here on our thumb, 150 is our base ward, as the 10 per second, or what was it, 17 per second is now eroding or dissolving at the same rate that it's being added. So we'll go from 150 to, that's 150 space TO, over 400, it looks like. Way over 400. 500? A lot. I am going to go ahead and break this up for parts. Minion health would be nice, the minion damage would be nice, and the elemental resistance would be nice. We got 2 elemental resists, and a health and a damage shard. That's pretty good, pretty good. Right up there is poison and void resist. What do our resists look like? Poison is fine, but we're about to lose 24, and void isn't. We need... Interesting. I think we're going to need void on this. If we can put anything on it. Health? Yeah, we can't. And we're going to need to hold on to this for later. But our survivability just got a big jump. Next up. Ooh, what over there? I don't recognize that. It's just a unique item. Okay, they changed the icon for that. That used to be something else, like a weapon icon or something. But a free icon, a free random unique is worth it. So we're going to get some axes that we don't care about. We're loading into the waste pools. We have to destroy 2 bone spires. The bone spires are going to continue to shoot stuff at us as we move. Oh, the spinny guys are bad. I'm not a fan of the spinny guys. I'm going to try to kite through stuff as much as I can. As long as we keep moving, we don't have to deal with the bone spires. The bone spires launch big AEs across the entirety of the map. That hit really hard. Oh, so many spinny guys. We do not like the spinny guys at all. That's a level, 56. Whoops, we don't want to go that way. Everybody's still alive? Everybody's still alive. Except the crab. Okay, the crab's alive now, too. The mascot's alive. We're good. Oh, that is a whole lot of spinny guys. I do not expect everyone's going to be able to survive over there trying to kill this spinny guy. We did get the tower. That's a lot of items. We killed all the spinny guys and had nobody die. Pretty good. Let's see. Real quick, we're going to run through this. A lot of items. I'm going to have to look at putting together a filter, an actual filter. Because right now, the only thing that's being filtered out are uncommons, blues and whites, blue quality and white quality items. The bone spires do not appear to be firing off their map-wide attacks. Because the amount of time I spent standing there would not have held if they were. Another spinny guy, but the echo was conquered. Open a portal. Come back. Special drops are the axes. We're just going to sell all of those. Regular rewards. We went up another level. I think it was 3 points here. Let me double check that. It was, and then 4 points into Rite of Undeath. Oh, elemental resists. I'm going to skip ahead. Oh, how do I get to the right one? I have to put 1 point in Moonlight Pyre, 4 points, 3 points. 3 points in Moonlight Pyre to get there. Minion fire damage, minion necrotic damage. We're going to go with that first. Oh, and 15 to 16 for our A-bomb. 15 to 16 for the A-bomb. That was another fiery point. Quick and the dead. You can keep decaying at 0.
Yes.
Sell, 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 sell. Axes, axes, axes. I want to axe you something. None of those are good for me. Bunch of belts. Those were not impressive belts, gotta say. Wait. I want that ring back. Elemental resists, minion damage, and int. Probably worth swapping that out, even though we're going to lose a little minion damage and critical strike multi. We get element, some minion damage, and elemental resist. Let's see what we can do with it. What other resist can we put in? Physical, a little physical resist might be nice too. We'll see how long the forging potential lasts. Physical resists. Physical resists. That hurt. More int. More int. And that's all the resists we're going to get. So we're going to get a little bit more resists. 14 elemental. 9 physical. We'll get increased minion damage to make up for a little bit of the lost increased minion damage we've got there. Pretty good upgrade, I think. And the resists. Okay, we're at about 60 for all of the elements. That's nice. 55 for physical. The resists are in a pretty good place right now. Nice. That is helpful. Do we want to bust up the ring? No.
Yes.
I'll just sell it. So, we're going to come up. What we're doing is, as we defeat each of these maps in turn, these echoes, we get stability on the timeline. And there are quests located at 3 lock points. To finish it off, once you've done all 3, then you get access to the boss for the timeline. But right now, we're going to go here, and we're going to get, assuming we don't die, our reward will be a unique. Which unique? I don't know. Another gel cores would be nice. Really unlikely, but nice. Necropolis Caverns. Slay enemies to locate the wild gate and then seal the wild gate. Basically, just kill mobs, and then you'll get a pointer to the gate, and you have to seal it. The gate is basically summons batches of mobs. Ooh, we have to go that way. We have to go to the west, to the left on the map. We have now opened the gate. It is in that direction, but also in that direction, another Harbinger. Another exiled mage. Get him, guys. Get him, get him, get him. I'm over 600. I was previously at 150 static ward. Now I'm at 600. Whoops! I was at 600 until I got hit by something. He's rebuilding pretty fast, and he's dead. Oh, okay. Health lost per second and missing ward gained per second. We'll grab that, grab that, and grab that. But down here is another Harbinger. Maybe he has a gel course. All of a sudden, I'm not going to see anything, going to want to see anything other than gel cores, having gotten one. Lens wants 2. Daddy wants 2 gel cores knives. Kill the big lizard, thank you. Gel cores. Sadly, no. Telfun's Mirage. That's a channeling. Those are channeling boots. Increase cold damage. No. No. We will simply challenge it. Cold as death. He's dead. Ooh, Void Pen shard. That's a rare shard. Alright, so now... Wait. Is that beer? Oh no, it's a health potion. I guess I'd never noticed that they have little red floaties over them. I never noticed. Don't know if that might be new. Alright. The wild gate awaits. Or the wild wait gates. We have an exalted drop. Something shooting long-range kaboomies. Guys, we want to kill the long-range kaboobie thing? Thank you. A little bit would be nice. that. There was a scepter back here. We've not been having any luck in getting an improvement over that unique as far as weaponry goes. So, we're going to click on the well there, the gate, and waves of mobs are going to come. And that's it. Echo conquered. Grab that. We'll grab that. Grab that. We'll grab that. We'll open the portal. Head on back. We'll click here and see what our unique is. It's a gel cores. Now it's boots. Transient rest. Current mana gained is ward when you stop moving. That is pretty good. Good resist and movement speed. What are my current boots? They got anything particularly? They got health, a little armor. I think those are probably better. Alright, how much ward is this going to give me if I use this? It went down. Why did it go down? Oh, perhaps if I move and then stop? There we go. Oh, so it bumps. So every time I move, it bumps. I move, it bumps. That seems pretty good. Current mana when you stop moving. 2-second cooldown, so every 2 seconds. That might be worth keeping. Definitely worth keeping. It might be worth using. I'm going to call it here. This seems like a good time. As realistically, I'm going to need to put a filter together. And that's probably a half-hour work or something like that. 20 minutes or a half hour's work. And it would not be interesting to watch. Oh, I didn't open my box. Some shards.
Worthless, anyway.
And I'll go through my loot. You guys don't need to watch me do that. That's not particularly interesting. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. As always, I'm very appreciative. I will be back in probably about 2.5 hours. And I'll be playing Once Human again for the evening session. As I am now a multiple stream per day streamer for the immediate future. If you're not interested in Once Human in about 2.5 hours or 2 hours, I'll be back tomorrow, presumably. Oh, not tomorrow. I'm enjoying adult leisure beverages as I play Once Human this evening. So I may not be streaming tomorrow at all. If I'm not streaming at all tomorrow, I will be on Friday, and it will be probably a session beginning at 11 or 12 Pacific time. Same time this one started, so 2.5 hours previous to this time for you, wherever you are. Somewhere in there for more Last Epoch. And then my plan, and we'll see, assuming I continue to enjoy Once Human, is to then run Once Human as the evening stream. I might swap those around and do Once Human in the morning and then Last Epoch in the evening, not sure. But that's my plan for the immediate future. In the not too distant future, when one of these games grows a little bit tired for me, I will be getting back to Guild Wars 2 and we'll be continuing the story of Carax's Scriptbane as he works his way, actually goes into Path of Fire. But that's going to do it for me for this afternoon. Again, thank you guys for watching very, very much. Hopefully you'll see me soon. I'm back either tomorrow or Friday. I'll put it in the Discord. Again, thanks for watching. I hope the rest of your day, evening, afternoon, morning, any of the above goes great. I'm back tomorrow. Take care and ciao for now. Bye, guys.